Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Now, you know me, right? You know me. I'm that idiot instructor of 4-star driving school, all right?
Installed.
You've stalled.
This is a good start.
Now, I'm going to be teamed up with Get Driving, okay? I'm going to help you out to get you up here, know what you need to know about driving, okay? Welcome to Drive Talk. This is a new series. We're going to be helping you out with a string full of videos to help you answer all the questions you have about driving. Recently, the DVSA put out an article to encourage all us driving instructors to get you out on the roads at night. Obviously, I'm sure you're aware, I'm not going to insult anybody's intelligence, of course, but the obvious difference between day and night driving is the visibility. In the day, we can see very clearly, unless it's top of foggy or raining or something like that. But in the dark, obviously, you can't see as much, so you've got to learn to slow down a little bit. Remember that you won't see some things as quick as what you would in the day. Now, I've got a little article in front of me, the one I was telling you about. Now, it says here, research showed 17.5% of learners who responded to the survey had no experience of driving at night. Now, even though that might seem like a small number, 17%, you imagine all the learners in the UK who are taking their driving lessons. We're talking over 100,000, it says here, learners who passed their test, never driven in the dark, not once. As soon as they get out there in the dark, gone, crashed. Brand new car down the pan. So we don't want any of that. A few things at night you should consider. When do I use my lights? When do I not? I mean, the basic rule of using your headlights is if the visibility is less, then you must put them on. You should put them on, okay? So if it starts getting a bit drizzly and it starts getting a bit dull, maybe you should start putting them on before it actually gets physically dark, okay? Main headlights. Oh my God, main headlights. Main beams. Full beams. Bright blue light on your dashboard, you know that bright blue one that's got pointy lines in front of it? That thing that you keep leaving on right in front of me, turn them off. All right, especially at night time when we're driving with these main beam headlights on, you can use them when there's completely nobody in front of you, and we're talking no street lights, when your visibility is seriously reduced. By all means, put them on then, okay? Sometimes us human beings, we make mistakes, right? Sometimes you might be coming down a road, for instance, a country lane, there are no street lights, no one around, and all of a sudden you get this car coming around a corner and they've got their main beams right on. Think about what you could do to help them out, just to get them to turn them off. Just give them a quick flash with your headlights and hopefully they'll realise they're doing something wrong and they'll turn them off. Remember, that main beam, the flash, is also a warning signal, so it does help people. Not only that, when you've got someone in front of you, you've got their main beams on, you're warning them, let's not forget to do it ourselves, okay? Let's try not to leave them on. Sometimes when you're taking driving lessons, you might be taking your lessons in the summer. Now, obviously, in the summer, I keep saying obvious. I shouldn't say obvious all the time because it's not always obvious. But in the summer, we have long days, which means there's hardly any chance of you driving at night. Now, if you pass your test, it's down to personal preference once again. If you feel like you're a danger to society, of course, when you're in that car at night time, maybe you should talk to someone about driving at night, or maybe have someone with you. Don't drive alone. If you're worried about driving on your driving lessons and you think, you know what, Bob, Charlie, pals, I've never driven in the dark before. I'll be like, right, let's get you out in the dark. If you are generally worried, you should ask your driving instructor if you can do a lesson in the dark. I think it's very important for you to have at least one driver lesson in the dark if possible. Driving at night, clearly, you can't see very well. So maybe it's time to start slowing the car down. Let's try look further ahead, not just where your headlights are. Try and look further, see the hazard happening before it happens. Let's anticipate what could happen before it happens. Remember, a good driver will always know what happens before it happens. So some things clearly do prevent learners from driving in the dark, of course. 64%. My pupils learn in the summer only, like I've mentioned before. My pupils struggle to do early or late lessons. This obviously can come down to your driving instructor and your schedule. I struggle to do early or late, 31%. I think it's less of a priority. Only 7% agreed with that, so well done. Obviously, most of you should think that driving at night is a priority. One thing I do realise as a driving instructor, sometimes I get people in the car and they say, my mum or dad, they never drive at night because they don't like to. Maybe it's because they didn't get the experience. So, do you want to be that person who doesn't drive at night? Do you want to be afraid of driving at night? No, of course you don't. So get on it. Get out at night in a safe environment and you'll love it. There is still the Pass Plus course available to absolutely everyone out there. Your old instructor or your previous instructor might not do the course, but you can still find somebody who does it. So I would advise you, if you are worried about motorway driving, night driving, and more advanced lessons to make you better, go for the Pass Plus. As I might have mentioned before, obviously you want to try and get your lessons in with your instructor. You might only do 1 or 2 hours in the dark. So if you're still worried, you can still do private practice like the article says here. So go out with your friends or your family. Do not I repeat, do not attempt to go alone. Things these days can be stressful, not just driving. So if you put yourself in that stressful environment to go drive alone in the dark, and especially if it's your first time, it's not worth it. Trust me. So try not to make your life too stressful. You know, go out with a friend or a family member for your first time away from your driving lessons, just to make it that little bit less stressful. The reason why it's so important for you to practice at night, because nearly, says here, 35% of all road accidents involving young drivers are at night. So get out there as much as you can with your instructor, with friends and family, and then hopefully you won't crash that lovely new car of yours. I've mentioned different type of lights. So main beams I've talked about. Let's talk about side lights, parking lights, and fog lights. So let me just explain what the parking lights are there for. So when you're parked in a lay-by or on the road when the speed limit is over 30 miles an hour, get them on. Also, we've got fog lights as well. Now, this might have popped up on your theory test. If you've been revising your theory already, you might already know this. Fog lights should be used when your visibility is less than 100 meters in front of you. That's when you should use your fog lights. Or in general, if you feel like your vision is less than that, it doesn't have to be heavy rain, things like that. You can have your dipped headlights on and your fog lights. That will actually give you more vision towards other road users as well. They'll be able to see you a lot further away. On your dashboard, I'm sure you're aware you have loads of different symbols for your lights. These are your parking lights. These are your dip beam. And these right here are your main beams. You've been speaking with Pels on Drive Talk. Remember, if you have any questions, hashtag ask Pels, okay? I will get back to them as soon as I can. If there's anything you guys would like us to talk about, or you want us to make a video about something you want to know, let us know again. Cheers for watching, guys. Like I said, there's loads more videos coming. You're going to be seeing my ugly mug a lot more, so please like the channel, subscribe to the channel. Also, remember, if you want to follow my Instagram, I'm under Jamie Pels. I'll see you on the next video. Ciao.